for me, the most satisfying thing in the world is to have a student who I've seen for 4 years and watch how they develop and mature and so on. So that's one of the things I'm looking for, very student-centered campus, highly qualified faculty who are experts in their field, and a sense of purpose in the regional mission of the institution. Our job is to meet the students where they are and take them where we want them to be. And that doesn't mean lowering standards. That means getting them to the point where they meet our standards. One of the other things I always say to new faculty when I'm speaking with them is that at this kind of institution, which is very teacher-centered, teaching-centered, I see scholarly and creative activity as, in many ways, in the service of the teaching. Now, what I mean by that is that we must have faculty members who are current in their fields. That's sort of obvious, I think. But we also really want to have people be engaged in their disciplines in a way that conveys the excitement of that sort of intellectual activity to students. And climate off campus. And one of the outgrowths of that actually is a community-wide group that does include people from the other colleges, but it also includes people from the Chamber of Commerce and the Rotary and the Mayor's office and the hospital staff to try to work with the community to develop a feeling of being welcome.
But students don't see a reflection of themselves when they get to the classroom. I am extremely concerned about recruitment and retention of minority faculty at EIU. How would you help us in that area, whether it's working with Civil Rights Office in terms of recruiting and retention of faculty? You spoke a lot about students.
Well, first of all, this is a place where I really want to understand what some of the barriers are, what some of the issues are around that kind of recruitment. But I also think that there are some proactive things that can be done. When I talked about hiring partners, in that case, we actually were able to create what we call the target of opportunity appointment, which is that if a department identified a qualified minority candidate, we would allow them to create an additional line in order to hire that person if there wasn't a line that was already available. And we did that in 2 cases when we could afford it, and those folks have now been on campus for 7 or 8 years. Now, 2 faculty doesn't change the whole culture, but it's sort of one step at a time, I think. I would certainly want to understand what the issues are, trying to make sure that when departments are doing hiring, they are defining the position in such a way that it's attractive and it doesn't rule people out who might not have the credentials that are the cookie cutter of the people who are already in the department. That happens sometimes.